Hello Virgo, and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. In this video we're gonna look at what kind of energies you can expect in the month of September in the areas of love and relationships. As usual, and this is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. And of course, if you celebrate your birthday in September, I want to wish you a very happy birthday. Let's get started with your oracle cards. And there are three cards that came out for you today. That's the third one. The Wastelands, Sustainability, Slow Down, Tend to Your Garden. We are Nature, Becoming Grounded, Embodiment, Living in Connection. And you also have Trust the Seasons, Embracing change, cycle of life, transition, and growth. So there's quite a few messages here for you. So let's look at them. So let's start with the Wasteland. So the Wasteland is all about sustainability and slowdown. So what does it mean? It indicates that you need some kind of a replenishment in your life. Maybe you might be feeling emotionally dry or overwhelmed, and it is time for you to pause, reflect, and water your own roots. So don't chase love or overextend. Return yourself and refill your own cup. So if there's when you kind of look at the relationships, look at it like a garden. Avoid burnout or emotional depletion. So very important for you to make it sustainable, right? You can kind of see how those dry earth is there and somebody is in the middle of it, totally burned out. But there's that beautiful water coming in and replenishing everything. So try to think about it. How can you make love sustainable for you? And then you also have here, we are nature. So this is all about becoming grounded as well. So try to find ways to be grounded. For some of us, it is meditation. For others, it might be just taking a walk in the nature as well. So try to think about what is that can calm you down. And trust the season, it just reminds you that relationships move in a natural cycles as well. There are beginnings, ending, growth, and rest. And maybe you've been undergoing some shift in your love life, or you need to heal from past patterns as well. And again, just try to accept the change that is happening for you right now. So slow down, trust the process, make sure that you ground yourself, and just make sure that you accept change, whatever is happening. But let's see what the tarot is telling us. In the center of your reading, you do have the Hermit card, which is the Virgo card. So this is a card that talks about being very deep in thought of finding our path, finding what is that makes us happy, what is the kind of relationship we want, what is the type of person we want to be with. So you're definitely rethinking, reevaluating your expectations when it comes to love, relationship, or a certain person or relationship. Now this is a card of Virgo, so it can be just simply that you are at the center of this month. Like obviously it's Virgo season, obviously you have your birthday, some of you in September, but also this card can indicate that some of you might have been single for a while, you kind of chose to be alone, and let's see what are the energies around it. The first card of your reading is the Four of Swords. This is a card of healing, recovering, and replenishing yourself. So there's definitely a very important message for you, that you need to pay attention to how you feel, Make sure that you recover and put all those negative experiences that you've been through behind you, because the Four of Swords is following the Three of Swords, which is a heartache, which is a heartbreak when we went through some difficulties. But this is a card that's showing us that you are recovering, you are healing from it. Again, it's a very slow progress as well. So maybe your love life or a relationship is evolving very slow for you, especially in combination with that Hermit energy. But don't rush things. Take one step at a time, and you gonna get some kind of a blessing. The next card in your reading is the Strength card, which shows that you are very strong. It shows that you are able to handle whatever you want. You're able to get through very difficult situation, even if it seems to be impossible to do. But also make sure that you trust yourself. Be confident, because your self-confidence might be very important for you to achieve some kind of a relationship goal. Some of you might be making a move as well that is surprising people, but very important for you to trust yourself, that you are capable of doing a lot of things. Now you have here the Two of Swords, which is a card of indecision. Generally comes up when you have to make a decision and you have hard time making it because you're going back and forth. There might be two options, two paths to choose from, two people, whatever it represents in your life, and you just have a hard time making that decision. And what this card is telling you, to listen to your instinct, listen to your inner voice, because deep down you actually know the answer. Now this can also be connected to a conflict as well. Inner conflict, of course, like because you kind of have those back and forth going on. It can be also a conflict with a person where you're trying to be neutral, or there's like a ceasefire in the conflict. The next card in your reading is the Magician. The Magician, which again tells you that you have everything you need in order to achieve whatever you want. You have all the tools to create the relationship, the happiness, whatever you want. So just make sure that you have positive thoughts, because the Magician is the master manifester. So some of you are trying to manifest something, you are meditating, you are deep in nature. Again, I'm just kind of connecting that, yes, she's in nature as well. So some of you really need to get out in nature and replenish yourself. The next card in your reading is the Knight of Pentacles. It is a court card, so can be a person, your energy, or just the general energy of the card. What we need to know about this Knight, that again, this is a slow moving energy. So something is really has slowed down in your life, a relationship, or just generally your love life. Because this Knight is very perfectionist. It's very Virgo-like from that perspective. When somebody has like a lot of expectations, when somebody is making sure that everything is perfect, and making a planning the future. Obviously, with that Hermit, some of you are definitely envisioning the future. But this is the challenge with this card, that it just wants to be too perfect, and because of that it just spends so much time on planning and planning and planning, and that's why it is a slow moving energy. But once it gets going, it is actually bringing long-term stability, long-term success, long-term happiness, because it's a very, very reliable, loyal energy. Now this can bring an offer in, so maybe somebody wants to kind of getting acquainted with you, date with you, getting engaged, married as well, because you definitely have this Two of Swords, where some of you are kind of evaluating these options, whether you should do it or not. But But you're going to be able to kind of fight those inner demons with that strength card. But let's see what's going to be the final outcome of this reading. But before that, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's an indication that the reading helped you, and you can also help me to grow this channel to make sure that the message gets out to all of those who need it the most. For you, it is only costing a push of a button, and I hope that you already pushed those like and subscribe buttons. And don't forget about the comments. Let me know how this reading is resonating with you. Where are you watching from? And put in a comment. I can achieve everything that I want. I'm healing and recovering. Your next card is the World card, which practically says the whole world is in front of you. So this is a major accomplishment card. This is a card when you set any kind of goal for yourself and you're simply achieving it, and you're very proud of yourself, and you are looking back that you grew a lot. So for some of you, because this is an indication of a successful ending of a cycle, can be that you're finishing being alone. Some of you finishing a relationship and you're signing those final divorce papers. But others, there might be a relationship here that's changing and moving forward in terms of marriage, having children, whatever your goal is. Now the world can also indicate travel, especially when you look at it with that Four of Swords energy. Maybe you're going to have some vision, some kind of a magic happening on this trip. The next card in your reading is the Four of Cups. So Four of Cups is kind of pointing back that some of you might be bored, some of you might have kind of lost your mojo. Like you're not very vital, you're just kind of blah. Sorry for that to say that, but that's the word that coming in. Usually that's not what comes to my mind when I'm looking at the Four of Cups, but right now that's the most important. But again, he's also in the nature, so being in the nature, relaxing in the nature might be very, very important message. And try to not to focus on those Three Cups, those disappointments, whatever you had in your past, because he's like, oh my God, there's another one. Maybe there's a new relationship there, maybe there's a new opportunity for something, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it is here again. So what you need to kind of focus on, that this one will not be the same as these words. This is coming from the universe. And some of you might be just dreaming a lot as well when this card comes up. You're kind of overly focusing on what if my life, my partner or whatever would be like this or that. So be open to new opportunities, because the past won't define the future, unless that's what you're focusing on. Because if that's what you're focusing on with that Magician, that's what you are manifesting. So try to manifest that positive evolution in your love life, that positive person that you want. But again, don't be too detailed as well, because if you have this long laundry list that you have from the universe, that okay, bring me this person who is this, well, the longer the laundry list, the longer you will have to wait. Now the next card in your reading is the Five of Pentacles. So Five of Pentacles kind of points to some challenges in your life. Again, solitude. Some of you feeling left out in the cold, left out, that you don't feel that you're kind of left out from the game of love. That's kind of what I'm trying to get to. Can be connected to a breakup, can be connected to being single for a while and having challenges of not really finding the person that you are looking for. And again, this can be, I'm kind of getting disconnected to the perfectionism. But also, what this card is telling us, that sometimes we are focusing overly on what we don't have in life, and with that, we just kind of push it harder and further away from us. So very important for you to think about shifting that energy. And the way you can shift that energy both that Four of Cups and that Five of Pentacles is really focusing on all the great things that you have in your life. Focus all the beautiful things that is in your life. You are able, and what can it be? Simple things. You're breathing. You have food. You have friends. Right? And there are many little things that you can focus on that's positive in your life. And with that gratitude, you're able to shift that energy around. It's not easy. It's not happening one day to the other. You have to do it over and over again, but it is worth trying. Now at the bottom of the deck you do have the Temperance, which again, it is bringing two kinds of messages. So let's look at that. You do have here this Magician and the Temperance. Both of them are telling you that you have everything you need. You have all the ingredients, you have all the tools to create the happiness you want. So you need to make sure that you apply them, because you need to make sure that you get into action as well. Because when you kind of look at the Temperance, very important for you to also to be patient, because if you're not patient, you're kind of rushing things. You might kind of get into something that is not really whatever you want. So try to take one step at a time. Again, there's a very slow moving energy here that I can kind of feel, and very important for you to again focus on yourself, because the Temperance is also a card of healing, also a card of protection. So make sure that you replenish your soul, whether you need to go out in the nature, whether you need to meditate more, but try to focus on all the great things that you have in your life and just take one step at a time, and that's going to lead you to something beautiful. So that's all I have for you. I hope that this reading helped you, and I'll be able to welcome you again.